Hello and welcome to Wake Tech Community College's Career and Employment Resources podcast. Each edition focuses on career and employment information relevant to your career development. Hello, Wake Techians. This is career coach Larry Tucker. I know you've heard it many times by now, but I'll say it again. It's been a crazy year. These challenging times are unprecedented. The COVID-19 virus and the public health crisis has dominated the news for months now, and these last 2 semesters have been unlike any other. We are coming to the end of the year, and if you're like me, you are probably glad to see 2020 come to an end. But then you realize you've still got a lot of stuff you need to do in order to finish out this year strong. You still have some things you need to complete. You might have some projects or assignments that you need to complete, or you might have some crucial final exams to prepare for in the next couple of weeks. Even though this has been an unconventional year, even though this has been a hectic year, even though this has been a challenging year, you realize that it's still not over yet. And there is so much more for you to do to end this year strong, to end this year on a positive note. And so, if that is you, and you know that this year is not done yet, you know that you still have some things that you want to make happen, then this message is especially for you. This is the time of the year where people begin to check out. This is the time of the year that there's really, to be honest with you, a whole lot of distractions. And many of those distractions are pretty good, to be honest with you, right? This is the time of the year where you have the holiday season. We just came off of celebrating Thanksgiving. Now we're going to be coming up to the Christmas holiday. And before you know it, we will be celebrating the new year. But here is the thing that I also know. This is the time of the year when productivity goes down. The semester is about to end. This is the time when people are either planning to go on vacation or planning to spend time with family. This is the time when people are having what I call a next year mentality. So I don't know where you are right now. I don't know if you're one of those people having a next year mentality. And so you might be saying to yourself, Larry, wait, Larry, what's the next year mentality? So let me tell you what that is right quick. So the next year mentality is when you are at a place right now and you're already talking about what you're going to be doing next year. So in other words, you already having conversations with people and you're saying, you know what? Next year, I'm going to update my resume. Next year, I'm going to meet with my advisor to make sure that I'm on the right track to graduate on time. Next year, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to make this thing happen next year. And listen, don't get me wrong. I'm all about planning out your next year. I'm all about planning out amazing goals. I'm all about making sure that next year is a phenomenal year. But I don't know about you, but the last time I checked my calendar, this year is not yet over. And so I am specifically talking to those people who realize and acknowledge the fact that this year is not quite over yet. And you still want to make some positive things happen. And so what I want you to realize is that the majority of people that are around you, maybe your friends, maybe your coworkers, maybe your classmates, the people around you, the majority of those people, guess what? For the majority of those people, this is the time of the year when they start checking out. And if you were to follow them around on a daily basis, you will see that their productivity level is going down. Most people just seem to lack a sense of urgency during this time. They are no longer focused. And I want you to realize that that doesn't have to be you. You can still finish strong. You can still squeeze out some great things out of this year. But I want you to understand, that's not going to happen just by some circumstance. It's not going to happen by some coincidence. It's not going to happen by wishful thinking. You are going to have to be very intentional about making that happen. And so I want to break down for you some specific things that you might want to do if you want to finish this year strong. If you want to make sure that you end this year on a positive note. You need to get focused. And when I say focus, I'm talking about you've got to create some laser focus right now. Because the people around you are experiencing distractions. The people around you, they aren't having conversations about their career goals. They aren't having conversations about accomplishing their dreams. It is normally around this time when you see people start taking their foot off the gas. And let me tell you about that. I am all for looking forward to spending time with family. I'm all for celebrating during the holiday season and celebrating Christmas. Make no mistake about that. I will be with my family and having a wonderful time. But I want you to understand that there is a difference between being present in the moment and already checking out mentally right now and having an I'll do it next year mentality. But when I say laser focus, I'm talking about putting your blinders on. And everything else that is simply a distraction, I just need you to simply tune those things out. It is the only way that you're going to be able to finish this year strong. And it is the only way that you're going to be able to produce the massive results that you need in a short period of time. You would be absolutely surprised of what you can get accomplished in less than a month when you're able to put nothing but complete focus around one single project, one single thing. So what I want you to do is I want you to become laser focused. And so what I believe is going to really help you out is figuring out what is the one thing that you are going to focus on completing before the semester is over. And so I want you to think about what that one thing is. And so maybe perhaps for you, you've been working on completing an assignment for a course that you're taking. Or maybe you are preparing for a final exam. Or maybe you are planning to meet with your advisor to make sure that you have the classes necessary to graduate next year. Or maybe you have been contemplating updating your resume and or your LinkedIn profile to be able to launch before the end of the year. I want you to think about what that one thing is. What is the one thing that you are going to stay focused on? What is the one thing that you're not going to allow distractions to pull you away from? And I want you to commit all of your time and all of your effort, all of your energy, and all of your focus to completing that one thing. Everyone else will be talking about what they are going to be doing next year. But I need you to have the mindset that, as far as I'm concerned, that this year is not over yet. And so I'm going to do whatever I can to increase my energy level, to increase my effectiveness of my activity, to eliminate distractions, so I can make sure that I get the absolute highest rate of return on all of my efforts. And if you're a job seeker, this is an excellent time to update and send out your resume. This is the end of the year. This is the time when many businesses are finalizing their budgets for the next year. So this is the best time when your competition is asleep for you to send out your resume, so you can be at the top of the minds of the hiring managers when they begin looking for new applicants to interview at the beginning of the new year. The current public health crisis has motivated many Wake Tech's departments to come up with creative ways to continue to provide resources to current students, alumni, and prospective students. With all of the innovative strategies implemented this year and efforts to provide continuing education services, it's more important than ever to know the college resources that can help you ace those final exams and keep your career development plans on track. I want to share with you some strategies that will help you finish this year strong. The first strategy is to keep in communication with your instructors. Believe it or not, for many of our instructors, teaching online classes and adjusting to the changes in the schedule is a learning curve as well. Your instructors want to help you and see you succeed. So it is important that you let them know that if you need extra help on a tricky math question or clarification on due dates, our instructors are here to help you learn and understand the material. And if something isn't clear or not making sense, never hesitate to reach out and ask them for help. Emailing your instructor to ask a few questions or clarify class material can go a long way when it comes to studying and preparing for finals. In fact, asking for opportunities for extra credit assignments might have a great impact on your final grade and ending the semester strong. The second strategy is to take advantage of the college resources. Wake Tech's Individualized Learning Center, otherwise known as ILC, has tutors that are available for one-on-one or in-person tutoring Mondays through Fridays by appointment only. And online tutoring is available 7 days a week to help students prepare for final exams from home. Students can get support and expert assistance from Wake Tech's faculty in math, science, writing, computer science, study skills, and more. To schedule an one-on-one tutoring appointment, go to ilc.waketech.edu. In addition, careers and employment resources services are available throughout the end of the semester. Students can still chat with a career development coach or a career specialist online. Our virtual coaching lets you chat with career development coaches or career specialists for questions like occupational information, program certificates and associate degree programs, creating a resume, preparing for an interview, and job search strategies. You can visit career and employment resources at careers.waketech.edu. That is careers.waketech.edu to schedule a virtual one-on-one appointment. The third strategy that I'd like to share with you is to use Wake Tech's campus mental health resources. Wake Tech Community College understands that there are many factors that might hinder you from being able to function at your best during this time, such as mental health issues, financial or food insecurities, and other circumstances. If you need to talk to someone, or you wanted to know what resources are available to you for any situation, please visit wellness.waketech.edu. That is wellness careers.waketech.edu to schedule a confidential counseling session. So, if you want to end this year on a positive note, stay focused, continue to communicate with your instructors, take advantage of Wake Tech's many campus resources, and reach out to our confidential services if you need to talk. This is Career Coach Larry Tucker wishing you a safe and enjoyable holiday. And remember, the year is not over yet, and there still is some work left to be done to make this year end on a positive note. So stay focused and finish strong. Thank you for listening to this edition of the Career and Employment Resources Podcast. If you like what you've just heard today, please pass along our web address at careers.waketech.edu. You can also receive notifications of all of our future events by following us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Join us next time for another edition of our Career and Employment Resources Podcast.